Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy DJ Archer here, and yeah, video log number 2. So, today we're gonna go over what I missed on the last video, and that was why I represent HASRH fam. And we're gonna go over exactly we're talking about what motivates me and what keeps me going, what keeps that drive going about producing music, DJing, practice DJing, all that other stuff. And so, like I said, last video I was telling you about history and inspiration and how the two go hand in hand. So today's video we're gonna go over that exactly. And like I said, always representing, bam, HTR, always representing Hard Time Records and HASRH fam. So enjoy this intro. Easy go. Alright, cool. So what's up YouTube? It's your boy DJ Archer again. So now we're gonna go over exactly why I represent HASRH family, right? And kind of go the differences between being on a record label and then just representing. And so first, HASRH Records started, well, it didn't start, it's been there for a while, but it came out through Junkie Kid. He started promoting it on his Facebook, and I seen it and I just became a follower of it. I've always liked hard style, hard house, hard trap, so I've always been a big fan of that, and when that came out, HASRH Records, Junkie Kid was put out samples and stuff, beat kits and stuff like that for people, for us to have it, us as artists and stuff that want to get into that genre of music. So I was like, cool, I love hard house, and I wanted to get into that and be a producer of that. So I got lucky when I jumped on the bandwagon right away. So I started, first of all, I signed up, like I said, gave them my information, email, name, number, address, stuff like that. And then, I started purchasing those beat samples. So I started purchasing them, throughout all these years, just purchasing. I have them all now. Anything new I need to buy still to this day. If anything new, then I need to buy it. Yeah. But everything else that's old, already have it. Spent quite a bit on investment, money and time, being able to get these things, and then just producing the music that I do. Hard house and hard trap and hard style. Like I said, gonna get into hard side here pretty soon. Get into hard dance, beat style, and like I said, there's different little subgenres within just hard house, the genre by itself. And so I'm just going through every genre that I can think of, just to better myself as a producer. And then so now being on the label is completely different. You're gonna be getting paid. I don't get paid by the label. They don't pay me anything. Second, of course you're gonna go touring with your music and all that stuff. Well, guess what? I'm not going touring with my music, anything like that. There's no promoters for me for HASRH Records. But the thing is, when I put all my information on there and they got my email, and like I said, and I started making my purchases, while the record label was generous, in itself, just them, were sending me new tracks of all the artists on the label, and what they're doing, so they sent me free tracks. All I had to do is just download it, and bam, I just got me a new track from one of the guys in HASRH family. So I was like, cool, you know what I mean? It's free stuff, you know what I mean? Like, what else do you want? I can't be like, give me money. In the meantime, until I get on the label, I'm cool. I'll take free music. That's a plus. You don't have to sit there. I don't have to go buy me some. I don't have to go buy music. I don't have to go to YouTube and download it. I don't have to go to websites to download music or anything like that. They send me a lot of my HASRH Record stuff. A lot of my HASRH Record music comes from the actual label itself through an email, and I download it. So, of course I'm gonna represent. I think anybody would represent. And then second, one thing they did send me that was pretty inspirational was, so y'all remember the incident in Mexico when they had the earthquake in Mexico City. So HASRH fam got together and we're like, hey, we're gonna make some music, and we're gonna make an album for, for that event. And so what they did was they didn't email me the album to download, and I was like, cool, you know what I mean? I'll take the album for free. And then on top of that, I donated money for the cause. You know what I mean? Of course you're gonna download, that, album, of course, and then of course you're gonna donate too. So that's exactly what I did. I had some money aside, and I was able to, make a donation for that cause. And so that's why I represent Harsh Family, Harsh Fam. So you're gonna see Harsh Fam, you're gonna see Harsh Records, you're gonna see Harsh Fam. I do put the logo on my stuff because guess what? Not only is it my product, but I'm using their product to make my product. So that's exactly why, if you see my little postcard, on Facebook, you know, it's on there. That emblem was on there. The Harsh Record emblem was on there, but that's only because I use their product to make my product, of course. And that could be another video too on how I make my product. I just got done with one song, and yeah, it's gonna be a great track. It's a hardstyle track, 145 beats per minute, fast, and yeah, spoiler alert, new track coming out. So next things next. So we're gonna talk about the two go hand in hand, history and inspiration. So we're gonna go about those two right now. So now, back when I was a bit younger in my teens, I used to be a dancer. So I used to be a break dancer. I was into hip hop, pop locking, hip hop, old school hip hop. Dancing, you have your pop locking, and then I got into freestyle, and then there's breakdancing. So when I did that, one thing that you're gonna learn, and I'll include links on here on the bottom, so that way you can see exactly what I'm talking about when these dancers, they want you to know history. Okay, so that's the one thing that getting into this underworld of dancing, of breakdancing, and if you want to do pop locking and popping and stuff. Know your history. Know who founders are. Know who founded certain moves. Who invented this move, and and that's one thing that you're gonna hear. You have to learn your history. And like I said, you don't even know. That there's this even under. You're watching this video now and listening to me talk about it, but you don't even know that there's an actual underground, world of dancing. You don't even know about this hip hop world of dancing, break dancing, instead of pop locking, popping and stuff like that. You don't even know that this world is here. You don't even know. We see it on TV, America's Best Dance Crew and stuff like that. America's Got Talent. You see the movies, but that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is all those people, what I just said, and out here, and out here in the commercial world, get into the underground scene, and you're gonna see where they got their inspiration from. So you kind of gonna understand why now I say where the two go hand in hand, because in history, you had people who invented, these dance moves. They just didn't come up with them on their own. It wasn't just like, oh man, I'm just gonna come up with that on my own. It's not like, you look at other dance moves like, the jerk, like, man, you got Kid and Play. I mean, she got the Roger Rabbit. I mean, and then you just turn it into something new yourself. So that's how those came up. Like, a lot of this stuff that's coming out, do you think it's new? It's really not that new. You know what I mean? It's already been invented. And the thing is, where it got invented and when, I said, now, when I say that, now that's when the two come in hand, because, first of all, the person who invented, like, the Soldier Boy, he must have gotten his inspiration somewhere in the past. He just didn't all of a sudden just be like, oh, no, I have this idea and I'm going to put it on YouTube. Like, no, he found his inspiration somewhere, and bam, connected him. He had those two connected just like that, and was able to come out with the Soldier Boy. you know what I mean? You have, let's see what else we got. Like I said, we got the the jerk. We got some moves already that already have been there. You know what I mean? And it's just a new name. It's a different style. It's a newer style, of course. For this generation. And I'm not downing it. I'm not saying it's bad or nothing like that. But you gotta figure though. Those kids who invented the jerk. Well, guess what? They did their history on older dance moves, and they got their inspiration, and then they came up with what they call the jerk now. So you kind of see what I'm talking about, right? You kind of see that where I'm coming from with the inspiration. So, like I said, I will definitely include a link to the bottom of this video just to kind of show you, how important history is and knowing exactly the fundamentals of dancing from just your basic moves to most advanced moves to, just, bam, crowd pleasers and stuff like that. So, I'll put a video up on that and you check it out, you watch it, and I said you get inspired because that's what it's about. You have to have that inspiration. You have to have that motivation first. You know what I mean? To be like, whoa, that's awesome. Yeah, it's interesting. And I'll tell us another story real quick. Ooh, whew, excuse me. So I'm gonna start quick. So I have this friend, and she was telling me about her, her daughter, and she's into dancing. She's into ballet, hip hop dancing, stuff like that. And I told her, I said, hey, I used to be a dancer, and I know some stuff, and like I said, history is important, so I sent some stuff that's a little bit older, sent some stuff that's newer, and find that inspiration. You got to find that inspiration. So I sent some stuff that's new, like World of Dance. Watch that, 'cause that's cool. You know what I mean? There's a lot of good dancers out there, World of Dance. So sent a link to that. And then you got some other female artists like you got what's her name, Jaja. She's a bad dancer. And then you got Ditto, and she's a bad dancer too. I said they're brand new, young girls in the game, and they're tearing it up right now. In the styles that they do. So it's like, check this out, and they're female. So it's like it's more. There's a lot more inspiration with that coming. Going to a young girl that age, especially into dancing. And then I've had some old friends back in the day, so I was just like, hey, check this video out. This citrus from Rock So Fresh, check that out. And then get inspired by it because it's an older video. You know what I mean? It's an older video, but guess what? History that made history, and you're gonna find the inspiration. So like I said, they go hand in hand, right? Can't like I said, there's just no sentence I can't say where they both just they go hand in hand. I don't know what to tell you. That's just what it is. So, like I said, that's what keeps your boy motivated. That's what keeps your boy going because, he studies up his history and he finds that inspiration, and and that's what keeps me going, and that's what's really important is to learn your stuff. I'm not saying copy somebody else, but you got to make it you. You know what I mean? You have to make it yourself. You have to figure out how you're gonna make it you. That's really what's important when it comes to putting these two words together, inspiration and history. It's the next step now is gonna be how to make it yourself. That's number 3. How do I make it me? How do I do that? Well, you're gonna have to discover that. You're gonna have to find that in you, and you're gonna have to dig deep, and you're gonna have to work, and that's okay. You got to. I've been doing this for 4 years, and like I said, I've been inspired. Watch videos. I read. Just about certain DJs, older DJs. And you got to get inspired. You have to get inspired. That's just the way it is. And so, ending this video, hit that like button on the bottom. Put a comment. Any comment you want, whether you think, if you want to add something, whatever kind of comment you want to make, you got it, positive, negative, you go show some love, all right? And then second, hit that subscribe button there on the bottom, okay? It's red, so if you haven't hit it yet, hit it. Hit the bell right next to it. It's just a notification. It's just going to let you know when I post up my next video, and you're going to stay tuned, and be one of the first people to watch it. So thank you again. Love you guys. I hope this was useful to you and helps you out, dig deep and find that inspiration by learning history. So I hope you find that motivation in that. And don't stop what you're doing. Don't give up, because dreams do come true. Right now I'm working on my dream, and slowly but surely it's coming true. So love you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the views. A new song will be coming out here pretty soon. So be ready for that. And peace out, YouTube. Have a good one. Bye.